I think clay is an incredible material. It has an unlimited potential really for making new forms and using it in different ways, much more so than any other material that I've found before. I worked as a cabinet maker most of my life, so really I've been working with wood, working to a very fine tolerance with furniture, which seems to have carried over into my work with clay. I don't probably work in the most typical way that most potters work in. I really seem to have carried on in some way with the kind of constructed way that I worked with wood. I started working with corrugated cardboard originally in an art class where we were given various materials. I had a scalpel handy and started cutting and folding it, and realised that when I cut on a curve that it produced a really beautiful shape. So I tried to work out how I could carry that over into working with clay, and in the end started producing corrugated sheets of clay. The corrugations actually help with the construction of my work because they bend more easily in one direction than the other. Without that, it would actually be probably impossible to create what I'm trying to do here. The only risk with what I'm doing is that if I don't work accurately, that it won't actually join up. As I work in modular pieces that then are constructed together, they have to be exact to actually join up at the end. I really enjoy being absorbed by what I'm doing. The process that I use is quite complex, and I become completely immersed in that process when I'm doing it. It's not really new, but there's very few people that have actually worked with curve folding. I think there's really quite a lot more to come. It's something that I think is a really interesting area. I'm sure that there will be lots of things coming out in the future. Certainly looking at industry and curved folding, there are people using robots to score and fold sheet metal now. It's looking very, very interesting in that respect. There are some people working with curve folding in a very mathematical way that's actually really complex. I think that my way of working is much more hands-on. I tend to take the material and cut a curve and fold and see where it takes me. So I do it more intuitively, perhaps. I don't really understand the maths behind what I'm doing. I'm not really interested in that side of it. I'm really looking to find new forms through my own process and my own experimentation. I don't know if I'll ever reach the limit with it. There's a possibility that that might happen, but also other work has developed from it, and the new range of work that I've been producing is a direct evolution from the corrugated work. What really drives my work, I think, is beauty. I look for the beauty in a particular way of working and a particular way of manipulating a piece of material. It works very well when it's lit from the side in most people's homes. If it's on a shelf, normally the light's coming from a window from the side, and that's when they really come to life. I do think of my work purely in sculptural terms, and I don't necessarily expect people to use it effectively. I'm looking to make a piece of sculpture that sits quite happily on its own or in a group. Finding something new for me is always an interesting part of the process. Sometimes I've an idea of how something can be, but I really need to actually make it to see it. It gives me great satisfaction when I find something that's exciting and unexpected. I guess people are buying into a bit of what I do and my way of looking at things and my way of playing around with materials. I hope I create unique pieces that will interest people and that they'll find something new that they haven't seen before.